Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Attila Total War with the mod Medieval Kingdoms 1295. So the siege of Lyon is still going on, but we can actually see some deterioration here as the wall is breaking down. At this point it's been sieged for, I think, 4 seasons or something like that, or 4 turns rather, or maybe it's 5 now even. It still needs 8 until it completely collapses. I'm not entirely sure. In other Total Wars, you can actually see them building. Their integrity though is falling apart. Foreign Zold and Turbulence. So it's very low. So they could, I mean, there's a risk of them maybe just completely falling apart on their own if they keep up the siege. Anyways, in the same turn as that, the heroes of Lyon have returned. But, well, I have the possibility of bypassing the Burgundians' city of Autun here. But if I take it, I cut basically the town of Tours off. You know what, when we look at it, this is what the Burgundians have. So they have this, which they took from me, which I took from the Duchy of Savoy, or whatever they were. Then they took this, which I'm not entirely sure if they had that to begin with, or if that was mine. I'm pretty sure this was mine, but I did not even notice that they took it from me. Or maybe it wasn't, but it's part of one of my provinces anyways, the province of Swabia. So they took that back. We can take those 2 back, and then the province of Burgundy will completely be ours, which will be nice. Plus, I'll gain an access here through here. The question is if I will hold on to this, because this is part of a French province, the East Aquitaine, so it might be nice to hand that over to the French, but because we're allies. But at the same time, do I want to enable the French, because they are the only empire big enough to really threaten me compared with all these smaller ones. Now I'm doing on hard difficulty, very hard difficulty, which means that smaller states can amass massive armies. But you know what? I think we'll go directly and take this out to make sure, because this is the only province I think that they have a possibility of recruiting troops. This one, both of these are kind of broken up, I imagine, and they haven't been able to repair them. And their war against France seemed to have devastated them. Even though they were able to do a bit of work on them, they took Tours. But the French were able to cut them down. The French as well made good work against whatever these are, the Dutch people. But I think we're gonna go for the city, because this army is not really big enough to warrant an attack. Plus, it's probably gonna be easier to take this town before this general is actually able to get his men in order, or start recruiting men. Plus, we'll get to test out my new units, which are these sergeants, Christian sergeants. No, what are they called? Templars. Templar sergeants. One thing I really don't like though, or one thing I would like, is I would like some kind of pike infantry. I've played with other factions that have pikes, and pikes can be really bloody good. Even though they don't have shields, and we saw what happened with units that don't have shields sometimes. But we should be able to take this on. The heavy crossbowmen though. The heavy crossbowmen. Deadly as hell to the units that don't have shields. So, probably gonna go for them with my cavalry. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and charge these bloody Burgundians. And here we are on the field of battle. This time it actually is a field of battle, because the enemy decided to sally forth, which I don't know why they did, when they could easily have holed up in town, creating a lot of casualties on my army. Anyways, what we're looking at is the Templar unit, and it looks as though they might very well have come from the Holy Land, or I guess they're possibly planning on going there, just because of these headbands. Kind of look like what you might want to wear if you were going to go to the Holy Land. So we got them there. Now let's look at the enemy army. This is what we can see right now, but I imagine there's probably more of this. So what we're gonna do? I'm gonna move these guys back. Yeah, just keep, you know what? Let's keep them in a long line. We're gonna get these guys plus the general going straight at them. Straight at them. Just boom. It's I'm imagining what happened with Stannis when he marched on what's it called? Winterfell? When the cavalry comes from all sides and just crushes into them. And then the infantry will follow. But we're gonna have to march up there in a steady pace first, before I unleash hell. And the commander gives the order: unleash hell! I'm a cavalry charge. The Holy Roman Empire. The Burgundians think.
The enemy has reinforcements!
Oh, the enemy has reinforcements. It's one stupid general. It is a bit disconcerting, though, that the Burgundians, they do have late infantry, so seemingly they've been quicker on getting those technologies than I have to get late infantry, and as we can see with those heavy crossbowmen and a few other units, my troops can't really compete with them. I think these helmets look really funny. I think the round ones, like this guy, it just looks like he's got some kind of a bowl on his head, like a weird space helmet.
Enemy approaching, sir!
Oh, you know what? I think it is because I reduced the graphical details on it, but it still looks like a stupid bowl, but you have this to protect the ear. Okay, so where is that enemy general that was going to turn up? Oh, you know what? He's already hit our line. But he lost quite a few men because he hit the well, most of my men are spearmen. You know what? Since we're not gonna need you against the main attack. Holy shit! He's running far away to get back into order to get that charge in. The thing is, if I go too quickly, because I was thinking of throwing the cavalry in now, but then these guys can come in and hammer and anvil. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I guess it was kind of a good idea for him to charge in, but he probably should have gone in against maybe my Templars or some non-spear unit instead of attacking one of these units. Let's see. He attacked these guys and these guys, which both lost a whopping 2 men compared to how many cavalrymen he lost. Quite a few. He lost 18. Damn. I guess he had lost some already, because there's not 18 knights lying here. But now he's taken his, I would say, rightful place. Okay, let's see. Oh, we are within range now. Cavalry and the general will charge forth. Oh, they're still in the bloody group. I need to get them out of the group.
The enemy is attacking our general!
And then charge forth. And you know what? Let's get the men charging forth as well. told the... Come on, I'm telling you to run. Speed, yeah, speed on.
Warriors of Christ! Father, quickly now! Advance at
Why
speed!
won't you do as I say? Oh, they put the pikemen up front.
God, give us strength! Advance at speed!
Ooh.
Quickly now! At the double! For glory! Forward! Raiders! At the double!
We're going in from all flanks here. Not going too well. Pretty strong units.
Wait! Melee infantry ready! Engage!
Even can wait.
Time! For glory!
We are the defenders of Lyon. The heroes of Lyon, even.
God, give us strength!
I want to see the Templars fight. Fight on, brave
The general
Templars.
has fallen! I think the tide of battle turns in our favor!
Yes. Ah, cut his head off. Oh, he used the bloody cross of Christ to stab someone's head off. I'm not entirely sure. Are you allowed to do that? Fighting hard. One thing that is good with the Templars, they're not actually that good, but they have a very high morale, or apparently you can't really see the stats, or maybe I'm stupid and I don't know where to look for the stats, but one of their traits as part of their stats is that they've got a lot of morale. You know what? It looks nice looking like that, but I want to see... Oh, my general is over here, fighting the bloody crossbowman. Well, that's... I was worried that maybe he was in danger. The enemy is fighting very hard, though. This unit's about to break. And as the what's it called? The replays doesn't work that well. I would have liked a nice screenshot with like daylight or something, not just this bloody rain. But we need something nice for the thumbnail. We've got two guys. Oh, I think those were actually enemies taking down one of our Templar guys or something. Let's see. There's no unit that's like this one's actually in immediate danger. It kind of needs to be pulled out. Okay, at this point, I'm not entirely sure if I'll... Okay, we're gonna have to go slow-mo then if we want to get a screenshot here. And I want to get some of the Templars fighting. The thing why I'm doing this while the battle is going on is because it doesn't really work that well looking at the replay. I have a problem actually running the replays after the battle, so most of the time I click on it and it just crashes. But then we need to find the right angle and stuff. Oh, look at that. I think they have been in the Holy Land. Thing is, you would want to make it like super clear for the video. You know what I can do? I could probably just get one of these Templar units and like do get a picture of them sort of in a custom battle or something. Okay, there we go. All the enemies more or less. Can I get all the cavalry to pile in on that guy? There we go. I mean, it was a small shitty army, so I wasn't really expecting them to do a lot. And also the way that the battles play in this. The thing is, I've always liked the sort of sort of the warfare maneuver of Napoleon and Empire, because you don't have these ultimate actions. I mean, in these, you sort of move your armies against each other until you come to the final point where you sort of throw everything in at the enemy. And I think that's a little bit why the battles go so quickly. Compared to, say, in Napoleon and so forth, where you pull your troops back. If you're coming under attack heavily, you pull them back, you move them forward, you move them around, get cavalry in there and so forth. So I like that a lot more. This would be quite nice with everyone screaming. Although I wish the weather would have been better. I guess maybe I can. Holy shit! They don't stop either. You know what? Get some with the flags here, banners and crosses. There's a bloody party going. Get the Templar flag over there. Now we don't want to spend an entire battle like this, but I like the fact that it turned into a bloody concert or something in there. Decisive victory. Right, let's go back to the campaign map and see if we can continue forwards and get to Lyon and relieve that siege. And there we are. Both of them just fell apart as soon as... I only lost 125 men compared with the enemy, who lost their entire force. Was annihilated. But they only deployed 1,000 men. I deployed twice as many men. We captured 230 enemies. Decisive victory. We're gonna occupy this region.
Ready for
and
battle.
Let's see. It's the general. He got some extra points, and we're gonna put that towards, I guess, he gets experience for recruiting cavalry, public order in province, melee defense for infantry commanded force. I guess that could work to increase the defense. Food from the character, because he's a logistician. Whatever. I guess this. And then naval speed, morale training for naval, no. Battle movement speed for cavalry. Melee defense for cavalry unit. Melee attack for cavalry unit. Morale training for cavalry. Recruit governed province. Commanded force and governed province. Plus, public order is pretty good. Because they're probably going to be pissed that we took their province. What do they have? A market town and a farm. And he was gonna raise an army here. Gonna have to end turn, and then we're gonna see what these guys do. Maybe they break the siege to come to us, or maybe I'm gonna have to move forwards to attack them. Okay, so here we are. The enemy decides that, you know what, we're not gonna wait for the French army to come up and strike us in the back. We're gonna have to attack, and so we've got some catapults and stuff. I've got men, but you can see they're kind of broken down. Is this the Bethner Wolf? I'm pretty sure that might be the governor of the province. Not entirely sure. Could be. And we've got an enemy force which is pretty darn strong. Pikemen, late units, high units. They're all high. It's going to be easy to defeat them then. Right, let's go in and fight this battle. And so here we are at the siege of Lyon. You can see the rather large town compared to the towns we've fought at before. Now it looks as though the idea was the enemy was going to attack here because there's stuff on fire right here. They've also managed to set fire to a few houses in town, but the townsfolk don't seem to be that unhappy about it. Not entirely sure. this thing must definitely come from Warhammer. I can't imagine. Yeah, I kind of recognize the symbols here as Bretonnian symbols. And I mean, the thing about this thing, which I guess that maybe they can swing it around to get it in through here. I'm not entirely sure. Otherwise, it's just bag on a string. I don't know why they wouldn't winch it up that high. And then, like, how do you even live inside of this thing? I mean, it's tiny. But I guess this weird wizard or something lives in that. Oh, there's another one right here. There's another weird wizard there. Really just love how the towns are made. And I just think if they actually made a proper medieval game, how cool that would be. There's a startled woman. I'm not entirely. Maybe she's in awe. What's she looking at? Oh, she's looking at the castle. Why can I be in the castle? Because you're a bloody peasant, that's one. Well, let's not linger here looking at the stupid peasants. We need to check out what's going on for the defense. So we got the Burgundian army right out here. Quite a few of them. And then what I've got is 3 units of crossbowmen. I've got a catapult. We're gonna tell the catapult, maybe you should fire flaming rounds. See if you can hit that thing. I'll probably take command of it myself. And then we have this ballista. You should also fire flaming rounds to set fires or something. Try to set fire to these what's it called? Siege towers. Right, let's go. And I'll
Enemy
take control of this.
Have been spotted. The battle is
And
no
let's see
longer
if
in
I
our
can
favor.
try to hit. Fire! I tried to be clever by firing ahead of it, but I guess I fired it a bit too ahead of it. Oh, in between me firing at it, they managed to get another shot off. And hopefully we can set this thing on fire. Clearly it doesn't move fast enough to warrant me firing ahead of it. The thing is, there's no way we're not gonna get them inside. So I'm kind of... Why did you fire? I'm about to fire. Wow, we're firing double the amount of fire. I'm hoping we're setting fire to this shit. It kind of looks like we are about to set it on fire. It's gonna take a while for that to reload. Let's see, can I go for this one then? Set some stuff. You know what? I don't want you to shoot at the guys.
Through the settlement.
You know what? Let's see if we can fire that thing. Fire! Shadonk! That's how it sounds. I know. Come on. It's 86% fire damage.
God give us strength.
I hope you're not missing. Of course you are. Boom. However, I am not gonna miss. And I think, yes, fire damage. Oh no, abandon the tower. What about the people on the top? I guess they're just gonna have to burn to a crisp. Oh, there it goes. Bastards. Burgundian shitheads. Set them on fire. Okay, the problem is now that we've got another tower coming really close here. Question is, I don't think I have time to set that thing on fire. We need some troops up here. And we need some troops up here.
Hold position.
And
Deadly missiles ready.
Deadly missiles. I know you're ready, but you're gonna have to fall back. We're gonna have to push these guys up. The thing about all of this, trying to get up here, the enemy is trying to get up here. There's a big hole here. I'm not entirely sure why they're not trying to get in through there. Can I get like siege catapult again? I just love how that fell apart. I can't really aim how low can I aim.
At the walls.
I cannot aim that low. Then we'll aim high. And for the last shot, I aim for their cavalry. Kaboom! Set some of them on fire. But now, enemies are pouring in. They are pouring in here. On the sides. And it's their heavy infantry. And I can imagine it's not going too well. It looked like this guy was fighting while he was still on fire. Is the catapult? No, the catapult is not working. The ballista is not working. You know what? It's not that important. If I can get you kind of angling, see if you can sort of find an opening where you can fire through. No one's actually going for the gate as of yet. Well, I say that, and then they just brought up. Yeah, this thing is clearly
the men are
patrolling
broken and running for their lives.
Who's running for their lives? You know what? I completely forgot about this. I have a ton of cavalry. Get out of the gates, and we will attack the enemy from the back. And the thing is, at some point, I'll probably have to retreat towards the main castle. Heavy horse. Okay, so they're gonna bypass these guys. There's no point they're gonna stand there. Shit, everything they're gonna fight will destroy them. Fall back then and make the heavy crossbowman. Fight the crossbowman. Heavy spear. Right, and the rest of them with the general is going to continue against these guys.
Warriors of Christ! For glory! Forward! Forward!
Oh, I missed that. You know what? We're going to get this guy. Enemy general is actually kind of weak.
The enemy is attacking our general!
He was weak until he moved. Now he's a high threat, apparently. We're gonna move them around. God damn it, there's stupid crossbowmen. Gonna push through. Get those bloody crossbowmen. Oh, we got an enemy unit that has died. Let's see. Into spear wall. The enemy is attacking. You know what? I'm gonna get you down here. And then hopefully that will open up for the crossbowmen to fire into them. The gate is still under our control, and these guys firing from the gatehouse. These guys kind of holding on, but for how long we don't know. Enemies are taking that point right
The men
there.
are broken and are fleeing!
Keep firing if you can, please.
As you command!
Oh, they're coming for us.
Enemy units
Charge
have been
them.
rallied!
We don't like that.
Withdraw!
My cavalry is falling apart. That charge did not really work. Against those crossbowmen, that's not really work either. Let's see if we can get somehow.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing!
Yeah, most of the cavalry is retreating. This unit, though, is not. Let's see if we can get our men inside again. The garrison commander is dead, or is retreating. I'm gonna get the proper general. Oh shit, the secondary army has turned up. Well, there's clearly no chance of us winning now, but we can inflict substantial damage. Hopefully. Oh shit, they took a heavy beating there as they fired crossbow bolts into our backs.
The men are running! Stand and fight, damn
Get
you!
inside. Oh shit, all the troops here are being surrounded. Drop your...
Our general has died at enemy hands!
No! How? God damn it, he was shot down by the bloody crossbowman. Absolutely murdered. Shit. Can these guys dismount? Because I imagine they're pretty good dismounted as well. Oh yeah, I've
The
blocked
men are
all the
broken and
entrances.
running for their lives.
No, I did not actually. I can go through here. And then we can hold at the center point, dismount, and try to hold for the center point. Right now, it's certainly not going too well. These guys just made a push to get through the spearmen. The poor spear militia is getting cut to pieces. The crossbowmen not faring much better. That guy's about to lose his head. Oh fuck. Oh, look at that guy, he lost his leg.
Our
You
men
can
have
see his
given
leg,
up and are
there
running for
there
their
his leg.
lives.
No, that's this guy's head. That's bloody as fuck. Everything's falling apart. Everyone's dying. Let's see. This. Oh, they've gone through the thingamajiggy. Let's see. You know what? I guess we'll have to try to dismount inside. Ah crap! We're not gonna be able to stop here and
Dismount now.
dismount.
The brave ready for orders. Pushing out.
And then we're gonna see about getting you inside. There we go.
Advance at speed.
In front of the church. The unholy Burgundians, though, is gonna actually let us move into the church area. Shit, there's so many Burgundians. It's interesting here that you can actually see how many men you're fighting here. So we have lost all our men, and the enemy has lost about 900 men. There's still 3,000 enemies on the field of battle.
I've seen graveyard whores 3 days.
So we've got these guys
Hold them!
up front.
Hold them!
Advance at speed. Quick march. Nothing remains of that tower now.
I get you maybe to come closer to the wall or something to protect yourself. Oh, here comes the enemy. Best efforts, men. It's an interesting bloody angle they're able to fire their bloody crossbow bolts to get them in. No! My men gave up. In the last moments of battle, they gave up as the enemy knights charged in. The Burgundians, unfortunately, has taken Lyon, and I'm gonna have to get the saviors of Lyon has to come in, and no, what were they? The heroes of Lyon is gonna have to come here and save it. But there's a lot of enemies here in the battle. And there we have it. Lyon was taken. The enemy lost 885 men. And we lost 1,200. Every single soldier was slaughtered. The enemy, however, they lost 2 units, which I guess we can count as a blessing. But this is going to be hard to take this town, because we don't really have troops on. Oh, they not gonna. What? They did not take Lyon? Are they stupid? Instead of taking Lyon, they retreat to the hills. And here we have the end of turn. So the governor killed in battle, unfortunately, together with the garrison army. So he was killed there. And then the conquerors, the just conquerors, the newly raised army, was only a general. He died. They sacked Lyon. And then political support was gained for Henry VII. So now he's went from 66 to now controlling 74 of the percent out of the nobles, so 6% more. What's this? Kingdom of Sicily and Kingdom of the Lombards have made peace. We demolished the gallery in up here, because, well, that town wasn't making any money because everything was shit there. Decisive defeated Lyon. I wouldn't call it decisive though. Given the amount of plagues of Nidhogg. God, what a name. Rank gained. Who gained? Athelstan. In somewhere. Oh, this monk gained. And then...
Salutations.
Oh, the monks gained. But we don't need to do that right now. We can do that off camera. So Lyon was sacked. All the buildings were teared down. Shit, it's gonna cost me a lot to bring those back up. Not really important holding this. We really want to go ahead and keep them stuck in there. So we're gonna march forwards and take control of Lyon. And I don't really care what's happened to this because I might just give it over to France. Let's see, how much money do I have? 6,000. I'm not entirely sure. The most important thing is muster hall. And then I guess the royal court is important, bringing back up. And you know what? I can do this as well, repair all of it, but it's gonna take all the money I had. So I'm dumbfounded the fact that they did not actually take Lyon, the stupid bastards. Anyways, looking at the time here, we're gonna end it right here. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.